Hey everyone, my name's Elizabeth Burnside. I'm serving as the Gathering Synod Coordinator for the Metro DC Synod as we prepare for the 2021 ELCA Youth Gathering in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm also the Director of Youth and Family Ministries at Bethel Lutheran here in Manassas. I'm excited to be offering these next 3 sessions as we prepare for the Youth Gathering. I'm providing curated materials and an opportunity for discussion. I know that preparing for the Youth Gathering this year will look different as we have coronavirus to take into consideration, and much is yet to know about how that will or may impact next summer's gathering. I appreciate you taking time to join us in these sessions, and I look forward to getting to know you more.
Welcome to Session 1 of Metro DC Synod's Gathering Information. The agenda will give you the first steps for preparing for the gathering. All congregations' primary first steps include making the decision to go, reading through the provided resources, understanding the timeline, and building the team of adult leaders. In this year leading up to the gathering, I serve as the primary gathering resource person for our synod. I'm responsible for promoting the gathering, to share important gathering information. I'm also here to equip and support each congregation's primary and adult leaders. Expectations for me include attending 2 training sessions provided by the ELCA Youth Gathering. I attended my first one in February of 2020, and my next one will be in February of 2021. We're headed to Minneapolis, Minnesota. We may be most familiar with it as the land of the Lutherans, or perhaps more commonly known as the land of 1,000 lakes. A couple of interesting facts. Minneapolis was once Siouxland, was taken over by the French in the 1680s. Today, Minnesota is home to the largest population of Somalis and the 2nd largest population of Hmong people. Also, there's more shoreline in Minnesota than in Hawaii, California, Florida combined. The theme for the 2021 ELCA Youth Gathering is Boundless. This theme was developed by teens and young adults in April of 2019. The 2 questions that defined their time together were, what is the greatest spiritual need of young people? And what are the questions that kids are asking? This period of discernment highlighted the need for transformation within students' lives. Students are stressed and bound by the pressures of their daily lives, transformed to people who experience the vastness of who God is. It is really helpful to be able to answer the question, why the gathering? If this is your first time or your 12th, sometimes the why can feel muddy. Why does the ELCA offer the youth gathering every 3 years? What is so important about the gathering? Those are questions you'll have to answer for yourself, for your congregation. But in my experience, a byproduct of the gathering is that it can be a springboard for students' awareness of God's active presence in the world and in their lives. It opens their eyes to their vocation, ignites passion for their faith, their congregation, their community, and peers. The mission for the gathering is faith formation. It's condensed into 4 days through worship, interactive learning, Bible study, service, and fellowship. Having seen the gathering's goals and mission, think about what you want the teenagers to be exposed to while they're part of your congregation. In my experience, the spiritual transformation, the group bonding, and just the massive scope of the gathering cannot be duplicated at camp or through our local communities. There are 2 additional opportunities for congregations that I want to highlight. MYLE is a 3-day event for youth of color whose first language is not English. It's important to note that students will pay $190 for MYLE plus the gathering registration fee. Registration for the table is $190 plus gathering registration fee. It's important to note that the caregiver's gathering registration is paid for. Resources, what are they, where to find them, and what to do with them? On the Gathering website, you'll find resources, pro tips, and more. Under the Resource tab, you'll find a free download of the Gathering Handbook. You can also sign up for G-News. There's branding guidelines, PowerPoints, letterheads, and more. G-News is the monthly Gathering news. It's an email that goes out monthly, and you need to subscribe to it if you're the primary leader, and I encourage you to ask your adult leaders to subscribe to this as well. Additionally, parents may be interested in this, as well as any youth who register for this event. These are what your next steps are. I cannot emphasize enough how helpful the Gathering Handbook is for jump-starting your planning process. Again, sign up for the G-News, read through the Gathering Handbook. This is really a great starting point. A quick pro tip for thinking about adult leaders is talk to the youth about what adult leaders they would like to have on the trip, and consider that when you're selecting your adult leaders. Since we're preparing during an unusual time, talk to council, your finance team, the pastor, and the parents about preparing for the gathering during coronavirus. You'll notice on the timeline that all deadlines are the 21st of the month. Hopefully that will be helpful and as you move forward in your planning. While this information is intended to prepare you and keep you on track for the gathering, I did include one date that's useful for individuals who are interested in participating as a volunteer in the gathering and not attending as one of your group. On November 21st, the Servant Companion application opens. As you have questions and concerns in this next year, please contact me. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you get on social media and follow the gathering. They're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, as well as check out their website for information. Our next session will cover registration, service learning, Synod Day, and promoting at your church.
I'm so glad you guys could join me for our first gathering information session. Our next gathering information session will be on May 12th at 6 p.m. We'll be covering registration, and there are new changes, new improvements that have been made. Really important for you guys to hear that now so you can start incorporating that into your registration. We'll also be covering Synod Day, Service Learning Day, and promoting the gathering. Feel free to invite any adult leaders that you may think are interested in this information or that you have already built a team around, parents, those people that you think would benefit from this conversation. The information provided in these sessions is available at the website at the bottom of your screen.